You know that feeling, you're stuck on a super long layover, just watching the hours creep by at the airport? Well, what if I told you that a dreaded 10, 15, or even 20-hour layover in China could actually become an amazing part of your trip? Today, we're going to crack open a travel hack that turns all that dead time into a real adventure. I mean, that's the dream, right? Instead of being trapped in a terminal, you could be out exploring a brand new city, trying some incredible food, and just making memories. But the big question is always, how on earth do you pull that off without getting a visa? Well, the secret is all thanks to one amazing rule: China's 24-hour visa-free transit policy. This thing is an absolute game changer for travelers, and in this explainer, we're breaking down exactly how you can use it. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the core rules you need to know? It's actually way simpler than you might think. Let's start with the absolute foundation of this whole thing. It all comes down to this one magic number: 24. You get up to 24 hours from your scheduled arrival in China to your scheduled departure to your next destination. That is literally a whole day to play with. Okay, and the key word here is transit. This is probably the most important part to get right. This policy is for when you're passing through China on your way to somewhere else. It's not for a round trip. You have to be flying from country A through China to country B. For example, a flight from, say, Canada to China and then on to Thailand. Perfect, that works. A flight from Canada to China and then back to Canada? That does not qualify. It has to be a third country. So who gets to use this fantastic travel hack? This is the best part. It's for everyone. All nationalities are welcome. It doesn't matter what passport you hold. If you meet the transit rules, you're in. It's all part of a bigger plan to make China more accessible and bring in more travelers from all over the world. Now you might be thinking, okay, this is probably just for a few major airports like Beijing or Shanghai, right? Well, actually, it's way broader than that. This policy is available at all of China's open transit ports. So whether you're flying through a huge hub or a smaller city, you are covered. Okay, so you know the rules, you know you're eligible. What do you actually need to do to get ready? Let's put together what I call your transit toolkit. Really, it's all about just having the right documents on hand. And you're gonna love how simple this is. You really only need two things. First, your valid passport, obviously. And second, your confirmed ticket for that next flight, the one going to that third country, showing that you're leaving within the 24-hour window. That is it. Seriously, that's your pass to get out and explore. All right, so you've landed in China, you've got your two documents ready. Now you have a really fun choice to make. This is the moment your layover officially goes from being a passive wait to an active adventure. So let's look at your two options here. You can, of course, just stay inside the airport. If you've only got a few hours, this is the simplest choice. No fuss, no permit needed. But if you want that mini adventure, you can choose to explore the city. To do that, you just apply for something called a temporary entry permit right there at the airport when you arrive. It's a simple form, and a little pro tip here: have the address of a hotel or maybe the first tourist spot you want to see already written down. They might ask for it on the form, and having it ready makes the whole thing go even faster. So after all that, what is the main thing to remember? Let's just boil it all down to the single most important idea. This is it right here. It's a total perspective shift. A long layover in China is no longer a problem you have to deal with. It's a bonus trip you get to claim. With just your passport and that onward ticket, what used to be wasted time suddenly becomes this incredible chance to see a new place, all completely visa-free. And that really just leaves us with this one last thought. The next time you're booking a flight and you see one with a long stopover in China, maybe you won't just scroll right past it. Maybe you'll see it for what it really is, a 2-for-1 deal. The only question left is, where could a 24-hour layover take you?